Hello everyone, this is Leveled Up Gaming and I'm doing a different kind of video today. I already made a video on the PS 4.5, the PlayStation Neo, a couple days ago, but I'm going to be doing a different kind today, and it is the PlayStation Neo versus the Xbox Project Scorpio. So we don't know too much about the two consoles, but this is a comparison of how the two consoles are looking as of yet. So we're going to start off quickly with the CPU. PlayStation 4.5, PlayStation Neo, I'm probably going to call it 4.5, is expected to have 8 cores running at 2.1 gigahertz each, or I guess just the whole thing's going to run at 2.1 gigahertz, versus the Xbox Project Scorpio, which is expected to have 8 cores as well, but running slightly higher than the PlayStation Neo. We don't have an exact core count right now, or clock count, but obviously if they're once you get to the rest of the specs in here, they're probably going to go as high as they can, and they're probably going to make sure they beat PlayStation all of these things, so they beat them in the rest of the categories. So I have to imagine it's going to be higher than 2.1 gigahertz. The PlayStation or the Xbox One, the base model, is at 1.75, so it's really not that far up to go to get past 2.1. Nonetheless, though, moving on to the GPU, the PlayStation 4.5 is expected to have 36 improved GCN units running at 911 megahertz, and this is based on the AMD Polaris 10 core that's coming out. And it's going to be around 4.3, 4.2-ish in that range teraflops of GPU power, versus the Xbox Scorpio, which is going to have a rumored, or not rumored, I guess they said it in the video, 6 teraflops of GPU power, and this is going to have roughly 60 GCN units running around 825 megahertz. So already right there, it's not going to be as high of frequency, 911 versus 825. There is about 100 difference there, 100 megahertz difference, but the big thing is in the units. So the Xbox Scorpio is going to have almost doubled, or at least like about an extra third units on it, so that's gonna be really good for the GPU. GPU is really what Microsoft is pushing in this new version. They want to have 4K gaming, they want to have 60 FPS running at high detail, so the GPU is the one thing getting buffed a lot. So you can obviously expect this GPU to be the best Xbox has ever made yet, and will probably make for a while. There's also going to be an improvement to the memory. So PlayStation 4.5 is expected to have 8 gigabytes of GDDR5 running at 218 gigabits per second, while the Xbox Project Scorpio is rumored to have 12 gigabytes of GDDR5 running at 320 plus gigahertz. Gigabytes a second, sorry. So that's an incredible difference right there, because in these kind of units, in gaming PCs and consoles, it's not so much the regular memory, regular RAM and stuff, but it's mostly the VRAM that gets the main usage in a gaming console. So an extra 4 gigabytes for the Xbox is going to do a great improvement there, and it's going to have about 100 more gigabytes per second in that VRAM. So it's crazy the much power they're trying to put into this GPU while still maintaining a console price. More on that in a second, though, because this may be a slight issue for the price. Nonetheless, I'll move on to the graphical goals for these two consoles. So the PlayStation is aiming for 1080p and then upscaling to 4K. And they've told their developers, they showed the different formulas, I guess you want to call it, the different code that they're going to use to upscale. And it's going to look nice, but it's not true 4K gaming. But there is a mandatory 1080p minimum for the native display for the games coming out on the PlayStation 4.5. Now, there are two options for this, I guess. Option one is, or at least when I say options, I mean like graphical settings, so kind of close to we have on a PC. I'm not sure if they're going to do this. I think they're probably going to do the same thing on the Xbox, but it'd be nice if they did this at least. I saw Jack Frags made a video on this, and he said the same thing too. So option one being upscale to 4K at a loss of frame rate, or keep it at 1080p with a constant 60 FPS at high settings. I would like to see those settings. I'm not sure if we're going to get it, but it'd be really nice to see those on both the PlayStation and the Xbox. However, the Xbox is aiming at 4K, a true 4K, which means 4K at 60 FPS, which is going to be very hard to do at a console budget, but nonetheless, maybe they'll have the two options again if you can just want to keep it at 1080p, because not everyone's going to have a 1080 or a 4K monitor or 4K TV. There is super sampling. If you don't know about that, you can just Google it. It will make your videos and games look better even if you don't have a 4K TV. Nonetheless, let's move on to the price, because the price is the big issue here, and things most people are going to care about. It's really nice if I can, see all these parts, and it looks really nice, but can I afford it? I probably won't be able to afford it because I just blew all my money on something. Nonetheless, though, this is 100% speculation, as is everything else in here. Basically, there are a few bits of the information in this video so far that have been confirmed. Most of it is speculation. Nonetheless, the price for the PlayStation is, I've heard it's going to be trying to hit the $400 price point. Same with the first PS4 that came out. So even though you're not going to have as great performance, as great frame rates, as whatever, it's not going to cost a tremendous amount. I mean, it's still a lot of money, but nonetheless, it could be worse. Speaking of being worse, let's move on to the Xbox. This probably will end up with a, I'm gonna guess, $700 to $1,000 price point. I'm aiming more toward, or my personal guess is more towards the $1,000 price point, because this is really going for the enthusiast gamer. They already have the Xbox One S coming out in October or August, so this is gonna be for the people that just want to get really hard, just really go into games, get best performance out of a console. So I really think this is going to be a very expensive console. Nonetheless, the hardware does seem to be there, at least for a console. PC is always going to be a step ahead, but for a console, this seems to be really great. This is probably the best you're going to get, or this is the best you're going to get. So nonetheless, you have to keep that into consideration. Probably $600, $500 price difference in the two consoles. So it depends what you're looking for. If you have a 4K TV, though, this is going to look really nice. If you don't, then it's not going to look as nice. Nonetheless, this is not a really good way to make this all interesting. Hopefully you made it to the end of this video. I really want to thank you if you did. I'm just trying a different video out today, just a comparison video. Nonetheless, thank you all for watching. Have a great day, and I'll see you all later. Peace.